We're live. So, my first question, how do you buy cologne?
What?
Like, first off, what do you use to smell good?
Hi, Mike. I go back and forth on different things.
Mm-hmm.
One of the deodorants I'm randomly using recently, it's been what is that? Outdoorsy shit. Like Stone was the. I don't know. I used to use the Bod Black spray. Uh,
I use Bod. I used Bod back in the
different
day.
different colognes, different colognes. Way back in the day, I remember going to my high school dances and Cool Water. Cool Water was the thing. You remember Cool Water? That was some nice shit right there.
Davidoff.
Well, English
Wasn't
leather
like
if you want
David?
to
It's
smell
like
like your
Davidoff
grandfather.
Cool Water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you buy cologne? How do you buy it now? What do you do?
I don't know. I mean, I I mean, I have a bottle that's lasted forever.
Do you go looking for a
That's
specific
that's some
brand
of the
or a scent
Lagerfeld.
style, or are you
I
just
mean,
like what smells good?
should I? Usually what smells good.
Okay, so I
I really
used
hope you have
to.
a fucking purpose to this.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
as I get older, trying to figure out how to buy things you like and buy day to day products. Like sometimes I make bad decisions on cologne.
What did you buy? Is that for a 10-year-old?
It
Wait,
might have been.
how many threads do you need on the top of Iron Man's head? It looks like a bolt.
That's the cap. That's not
Oh,
even
that's the
threaded. That
cap.
doesn't
Oh, I
screw
thought that was
off.
the thread.
No, that's just the design of the cap.
So is that supposed to smell like the inside of like Tony Stark's suit? Or is
So,
that what Tony Stark smells like?
like,
Or
you ever
you're
smell
supposed to
like
walk through?
oh yeah, hold on.
I don't think you're supposed to paw at it like a dog trying to tread water. I don't know.
Do you ever smell like English leather?
Yeah, I just said a second ago, English
Yeah.
leather if you want to smell like it.
It's like
I don't. Nobody listens to me.
it's like a sweeter English leather. Um you ever see those like scent influencers on TikTok? The guys that just kind of like there's the blonde guy, I think his name's like Jeremy, I think, who like will walk up to random people and just what are you wearing? What's scent? What fragrance?
Anybody
What
sniffs me,
scent?
they're getting a shoulder right in the fucking nose. Just don't sniff me.
Scentfluencers? Scentfluencers?
Influencer? Oh my god.
Ooh,
Influencer is annoying enough.
we could be
Scentfluencer.
scentfluencers.
I
What do you
use.
smell
I,
like?
I
Whiskey?
keep a bottle of fart spray on me more than I keep a bottle of cologne on
It
me.
doesn't have to be good scentfluencers. It can be just scentfluencers for fart
Oh yeah.
spray.
This is
Ooh,
some very ripe dookie.
that's what we can do. We're gonna cancel all of
No.
this. We're trashing the whole concept. We're just gonna start reviewing fart sprays
No, God, no.
live on air.
I have a lot of karma coming back my way, and I don't want to smell it.
Is that a Taylor Swift song?
What?
I've
I have karma coming back my way, and I don't
coming
want
back
to
my
smell
way.
it.
I don't want to smell it.
Is
Smells
that
like
about an ex-boyfriend that like crapped
dookie.
on her porch or something?
It's called The Flaming Bag.
Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite scenes in Billy Madison. Is it Billy Madison? It's Poop Again? Where they put the flaming bag of dog shit on the guy's porch and he
Yeah.
stomps. Don't put it out with your boots, Ted! So this is Thirsty Thursday on GettingWork.com. I'm Mike.
I'm already exhausted. I'm Brendan.
That was a lot.
You just came right in on me. And how do I buy how I smell? I haven't bought
Well,
cologne in a while. I mean, every now and then I see a random scent and I'll pick it up.
I
I
go
won't.
to I go to stores a lot now, but did you buy a lot of stuff during the pandemic? Like from online? Do a lot of online shopping?
I do that anyway. I I never used to want to do it, but goddamn if that isn't convenient. And yeah, I started doing that, and so you know, uh, I mean, I don't know if I've bought a scent online. I'll tell you that I haven't bought a scent online.
I used one
I
for a
bought fart
while.
spray, but that doesn't count. I don't think.
I used one for a while during the pandemic. I used Scentbird, surprisingly enough. Scentbird.
Wait, is it like a
Um,
subscription box or something?
yeah. Yeah, it was
Oh, God.
I fell in this whole rabbit hole of direct to consumer brands today where like during the pandemic all of those brands popped up. Think about it. During the pandemic, how many things did you start buying through subscriptions or online services? I tried Scentbird, um, all the food delivery services, which aren't really direct to consumer brands, but think about like Warby Parker and Allbirds, those like the glasses company, the shoe company, all that
Yeah.
shit's gone now. Well, not gone, but you'll see that shit like Manscaped. Like Manscaped, amazing brand, but now you can buy Manscaped in Walmart and Target because like the whole order it directly from the company online seems to
You
be
no longer have to
going
use
away.
Jericho's promo code.
Ooh, using promo code. I used to have a Manscaped promo code. What's funny is I
Remember, we were gonna shoot I was gonna shoot a great video. I had the
yes.
concept in my head. It was gonna be hilarious. I still see that as a 30-second advertisement for a ball shaving company, and I'm gonna make that fucking spec ad someday. I swear to you.
Even for it's not just gonna be for a company. It's just gonna be for his own pleasure.
It was gonna be like you mad giggling like ha ha ha, and I was gonna be below just throwing little poofs of like hair. It was gonna be like yeah, it was. I had this
Don't
whole
say it all in the
thing.
air. Don't, the Manscaped's got to like we gotta save a little bit.
POV on the
We gotta
box
say
and everything.
shut up. We gotta save
Okay.
a little bit in case we get to
TM.
do
I
it.
just trademarked that. TM.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right? Trademark.
So what are you drinking? You're drinking Coca-Cola.
Yep.
You make me feel like a monster.
For now, I am. Well, the only reason is because I just suddenly, I don't see my luchador to open my bottle.
Here, you can use mine.
Wait. Yeah, you know what? I found my tool bag, and all of my
Oh,
my
your bar tools.
yeah.
So,
I think it's
so explain that.
Hang on.
I'll explain it. The bar tool, sometimes known as the bar roll, is the tackle box of the bartending industry. You don't get one right when you first start. Not every bartender has one, but it was kind of that token item when you shifted from I'm a bartender to I'm a bartender.
I do craft cocktails.
If you put a tie on in the morning
Mhm.
before you go bartend, you probably put a
Yeah.
bottle roll in your backpack.
Suspenders was
Not
my
your
thing.
briefcase or suitcase, your backpack.
Right, exactly.
Bartenders still all carry backpacks, easier to do.
This one has my old fire eating card in it.
Is that
That tells you how long
Woodford
ago that is.
Reserve?
Cover the phone number. It's me spinning torches back in the day.
Looks like a background of a Nine Inch Nails video.
That
It is Woodford Reserve. I have that same bar roll.
I think we got it the same day, maybe.
We
Or
probably did.
around the same time.
We probably got it. We got it from them, right?
I'm going to tell you right now.
From
I have
Woodford.
I have more bottle openers in here. I know than any one person needs.
I have stacks upon stack. I have a box of bar keys in the basement.
It's a lot like one of those knife rolls you would see a killer use, or a serial killer in
Or
movies.
chef. You don't have to go straight
Yeah,
to
yeah,
serial
or
killer. You
chef.
could
Yeah,
say
yeah.
chef.
We won't immediately go serial killer.
Yeah, you could say chef.
Here's some of my.
Okay, hold on.
Different one.
Ooh, oh, we got fire. No, it's no.
This one looks like. This one looks rusty just to creep people out.
That looks like a Nine Inch Nails album cover. Number 209. Don't know what that means.
Little Dia de la Muerte.
You stole that from a female.
No, I didn't. That was given out during Cinco de Mayo when I was working in one of the mezcal bars. This was the one I used more than any. I mean, that's got the most damage done up around there.
Oh wow, yeah, you can tell that thing's seen some festivals. So what are your thoughts on the handle versus the straight metal?
I'm not
this
done yet.
one-
And Jameson.
So I have a Jameson one here that's a little bit different.
ET, extreme tender.
Extreme tender. Oh, tender like bartender. I was like tender, like you're sensitive. That's dork shit.
Do you remember this one?
That is dork. That's the dorkiest of dork shit.
No, you shut up. That thing is great.
That is, I don't want you to have to take that long. This is what I have. I think you might have received the same one.
You can do a quick one like that and get it open. It's like the whole stab motion. I mean, you can quickly spin one out.
This is the Jameson
I like
Black
that.
Barrel.
That leather.
Yeah, these were given out at the Jameson Black Barrel event when Jameson Black Barrel first hit the market. They had a bunch of parties where they gave a bunch of these out, and you got to stamp your name on it and take it home.
I've got everything down to an absinthe spoon in here for some reason.
Yeah, because we use those all the time.
Spoon, you got your shred muddler and your press muddler, and yeah.
See, I don't have my bar roll.
More importantly, why did I get this? So I could open this bottle of, to answer your question, Dos Equis.
There you go. Keeping it simple, keeping it easy. So, I'm gonna break out the ABC glass. I love this fucking glass. This is the glass that you use in the bar. I love this bar.
And we didn't get to do. I tried to ask if you wanted to have a brainstorming session there this week so I could eat a burger, but no.
Well, there's plenty of time. But
yeah.
We're drinking. Hold on, I gotta do the thing. Dun 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 dun. Mike's beer of the week.
Boom.
I'm gonna go back to it. So, this is from Country Boy Brewing. Ooh. This is their halfway home American Pale Ale. I like IPAs.
There was a long time where they had one of my single favorite beers, and I was so hooked on it, and I drank so much of it, I don't think I can drink it anymore.
Cougar Bait.
It's too sweet to me now. No.
Cougar Bait?
No.
Shotgun Wedding.
Shotgun Wedding.
Shotgun Wedding
100%.
vanilla brown ale.
Vanilla brown ale, absolutely delicious, but to me, over time, I think it's gotten too sweet for me.
That's good. Pale ale at 5.5%.
Very nice.
Nice, easy drinker. I like IPAs. I get IPAs a lot in draft beer, but I think honestly, and especially I think when you go to like gas stations or liquor stores to get your beer, sometimes it's a dice roll with an IPA. An old IPA starts to taste way too sweet. I found out because apparently as they sit, the sugar eats the hops kick starts the sugar or something like that and causes the sugar to like multiply and eat all the shit. Mm-hmm. So like, or something along that nature, but essentially it gets sweeter as an IPA as it sits. So like the worst thing sometimes is you open an old IPA and it's kind of hoppy, but way too sweet and malty for an IPA.
And that is the reason why I don't like sours or Belgians or saisons. Like they all remind me of an old beer that has sat too long. 100%.
Was it Sophie last week?
You were so determined to try and tell me that we had Sophie on all the time. Sophie was on maybe for the first few months until that one. I think we only had one keg ever.
I had heartburn from that beer so fucking bad.
You shouldn't have heartburn from beer.
From Sophie, I realized that kind of tartness. Probably not heartburn. I might be calling, but it gives me like a little like acidy kind of. I don't like the after feel and aftertaste of Belgians. I think too much. Certain Belgians maybe, but I think the Belgians that get a little too tart aren't for me. Also, sometimes Belgians, like I'll order a Belgian and not realize I ordered a Belgian quad, and that's
terrible.
It's
too much.
It's like the barrel aged stout of light beers.
It's too much.
It's fucking crazy. It's almost hard to drink. Or like sometimes accidentally order a barley wine.
Whew. Those will get you there.
God damn, you wanna put your head under the table. Shit.
So what have you been watching? What have you been playing? What have you been doing? You been following any of these sports that are going on? We've got the NBA Finals starting tonight.
I haven't followed too much of the NBA Finals. You're gonna have to lead me through that. I've really been getting prepped for football. We've got OTAs, We've got practices going on right now. All the new draft picks and the rookies are all getting started with their teams. Everybody's freaking out about who's not going to OTAs across the NFL because that means, are they not going to play? Like, shut the fuck up. Jamar Chase is going to play. Calm the hell down. But I've more been following the ramp up to football. we had a weird moment where I was following a lot of golf. I watch golf on TV, but I totally followed the Scotty Scheffler kerfuffle, let's call
Yeah,
it. You know, where he went to jail for a night, and then they dropped
right here,
everything.
right here in Kentucky.
Right here in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky cops aren't very. Their track record kind of sucks. If I do say so myself. I mean,
I love that Louisville is next to Valhalla. That's what the Vikings intended. Valhalla.
we have all these
Louisville.
fucking like we have Paris, Kentucky, Versailles, Kentucky, London, Kentucky, Valhalla, Kentucky, and then we just have a bunch of forts.
Valhalla's the golf course.
And then we just have a bunch of forts.
Well, yeah, we got Fort Thomas, Fort Mitchell, Fort Wright, Fort. Yeah, there's so many.
What's the one with the gold?
What?
Fort Knox.
Oh, that's Fort Knox.
Fort
Yeah.
Knox.
I'm
But
talking about little cities around us.
I haven't been watching much sports outside of that. I love that the Oilers are in the cup. I love that the Oilers are getting their shit done, and I'm hoping McDavid goes all the way. Let's go, McJesus.
Are you
Let's
now?
go. Oh yes, I love me some Oilers. Florida's funny to see in the cup, but right on.
Still remember them coming in. They were the first expansion team I remember from hockey. Like I can remember a lot of first expansion teams. Like it blew my mind that there were new teams. Like the Rockies and Marlins stand out to me as always being like the first expansion teams that I remember seeing.
I remember as a kid going to like Reds Rockies games, and it was a weird feeling because it was like they, as a kid, I remember the same thing. They were like, they're so new. They're so
I'm
new.
back
What
on it.
is- What is
I am
that
back.
30
I'm back
leg
on my
parlay?
madness. I'm
What
back
is, like-
on my madness.
What if
I am.
5 people in 3 different games got to hit 10 points apiece? What is happening?
No. This is all in that one game. There's only one game. It's the NBA Finals, Game 1.
Good Lord. What is...
Doncic for 30 points. Tatum for 20. Jaylen Brown for 20. Doncic for 7 assists. Tatum for 5 assists. Porzingis for 5 rebounds. Doncic for 4 threes. Tatum for 2 threes. Irving for 2 threes. And the match spread will be Dallas plus 6.5.
Good Lord.
Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank.
I
Cash it.
mean, more power to you. I went to.
I mean, the only thing, the one I'm most worried about in there
Yeah.
is the Mavericks plus 6.5. Boston is no joke. They are really good. I mean, I think they've lost one game in their multiple playoff series. Oh well, Indiana took them, but before that they came in like 8-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I'm betting on that.
What's that?
That's about
What's the odd on that again?
Plus 2,000.
Plus 2,000. Okay.
Five returns 100.
I'll be rooting for you. I
Five
remarked
returns
to my
105.
wife the other day. I was like, we were driving to Columbus, and I kind of sat there and thought for a moment. I was like, I haven't been on a sport in like 3 weeks. It has been a
Yeah,
while since I put some money down on some sports. Since like,
Once football's back, you're doomed though.
oh, I'm fucked.
I know
I'm
you.
Fucking,
I
I'm
know you.
fucking
Yeah.
fucked during football season. It's gonna be terrible, and then college is gonna be fucking awful this year.
Let me tell you what my problem is.
Yeah.
There's always soccer.
That's the
Always.
thing is soccer. There's so many soccer games per year, and there's so many soccer leagues to where there's always
Most of the
something?
world functions on this right now. It's over with. It just ended the Premier League season, and we're coming to the end and everything. And it'll all start back up again in September.
Mm.
But MLS over here and Liga MX runs from February to November.
Say that
there's
last
a
one again.
Liga MX. It's like Dos Equis MX.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Dos Equis. Liga MX.
Product
But-
placement, synergy, people. See,
Thank you. Yes. Right. You can trust us with your product. This is kind of skunky. I don't
beer.
know. Now,
Sponsor
it's
us,
really
beer.
good. Beer. It's what's for dinner. It is what's for dinner tonight so
Beer.
far. I mean, I
Liquid
have some
food.
leftover pizza. But anyway,
Almost.
so yeah, there's a lot of soccer all the time. And actually, to be honest with you, the next few months, you may want to get a hold of me because I'm going to be it's going to be really fun because we're getting into international stuff again. The Euros. It happens every 2 years. the best countries of Europe are going to compete. You're going to have England, Italy, Germany, Spain, Portugal, France. All of them are competing to find out who the best country in Europe is.
This sounds
And
like a setup for a Will Ferrell movie. The Euros, all the countries in Europe competing for who is the best country in Europe, starring Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Paul Giamatti,
What country is Paul
Hogan.
Giamatti from?
um,
He's an odd little dumpling of a man.
Holland.
Holland?
He represents the Dutch.
He represents the Dutch. Gotcha.
Hold on. So hold on. If I was about to jump into fantasy.
This is going to go completely sideways.
The problem with fantasy casting all of the
Copa
countries
America.
in Europe is that eventually we have to talk about Germany. That's going to be tough to do.
There's Copa America as well,
Yeah.
which is going to be the American countries. I mean, you got Copa Libertadores going on right now, which is down in Argentina. Yeah, there's all kinds of good soccer right now. But you've got the Olympics as well. Ooh, can you bet on the Olympics?
I don't think so. I think you can bet on. Well, hold on.
I'm so new to betting. I don't know if you can bet on the
I
Olympics.
think you can bet on like the sports like basketball, but I don't think you can bet on like
I can't take a parlay for who's going to fall off the beam and shit.
yeah, I don't think you
or
can.
like-
Maybe I don't. I wouldn't think you can bet for like.
You picture like the prop bets on like false starts for swimming, and
We're seeing in the chat. Yes, I think yes, you can bet on the Olympics.
That's Bob. He doesn't know. I'm just kidding.
He's
Sorry,
betting.
Bob.
He's betting on a team called the Olympics. They're a very small basketball team from Lithuania.
Yes, and he only thought of that because like there's so much going on with Ozempic and that new. Have you seen the South Park about obesity?
The South Park episode about the obesity cure and Ozempic and all of that stuff was one of the funniest goddamn.
I haven't watched it all. A guy
seen.
was sitting next to me watching it the other day, and all I know is the disclaimer at the beginning is something about the sound you are going to hear is actually Trey Parker being injected in his stomach
when
with a
you
needle.
hear them inject the Ozempic, is they do it so many times in the episode. Is the
Oh, really?
it's almost the first couple times you hear them do it, it's a little unsettling, especially because you know it's like, oh, but the problem is the episode is so fucking nonstop. It is hit, joke. There was a bit about Lizzo that had me in tears. Can I tell you this part of the episode? Okay.
Sure.
So, if you can't get on Ozempic, or if you can't get on, there's another one, the other obesity drug that's real. There's Ozempic and the other one.
I don't know. I feel pretty good.
If you can't get on one of those, you get prescribed Lizzo. All Lizzo is you listen to Lizzo albums, and it makes you feel better about being fat. That's it. Except the side effect is you might shit out of your ears.
What?
You have to watch it. It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my fucking life. There's also, once you watch the episode, look it up on TikTok. There's a video of Lizzo watching the clip about her. And the thing that makes it so amazing, I'm not all of her reactions, but one specifically, because there's a certain point where somebody's listening and shit's shooting out of their ears because they're listening to Lizzo. They're holding up her most recent album cover that I guess apparently just came out. That's the thing that has her freaking out, where she's like, how'd y'all get the album cover? Like, that's the part that how fucking accurate and like recent
That's fantastic.
the joke was. It's so fucking good. I can't recommend.
They turn things over in 5 days. They're so quick.
They are, and I'll say this:
if you ever get a chance to watch the documentary 6 Days to Air that follows them for 1 week,
it was the election episode that it follows, right?
It was 3 different episodes. Now, one of them was the Human Centipede episode, because I will never forget they got backstage video of them recording the sounds of the Asian guy asking if he wanted him to eat the cuttlefish or if he wanted him to eat the other thing while Kyle's mouth was sewn to his. And you want the cuttlefish? Oh, it's gonna be a bad one. Oh yeah, it was terrible. But they couldn't stop giggling. And the crazy part to me is the animators of the show are in their offices sleeping under their desks, waiting for the jokes to be written. They came up with like a 5-minute quick teaser that they could put out for the commercial for the week. And I love, like, there was this moment where they were talking to Trey Parker, and Trey Parker says, I try to get away from work and not think that we have to have this episode done by next week. And I go home and I see a commercial for the episode that we made. And then I get on Xbox, and Xbox has an advertisement from Comedy Central that says New South Park. And so he's like, I just can't escape it. And it's a very cool documentary to see them turn a show over. But yeah, I remember they finished the script at like 2 a.m, and they go in and they wake the animators up, and they just start, and it's pretty freaking crazy how they put together their episodes.
I will say
the one thing I will say too about that current episode, I know nothing about it really, but the other thing that I heard on his phone that made me laugh so hard was apparently Randy may do that trend where dads will dress up as like their daughters who are dressing up slutty for school or something like that. Because all I know was I heard Randy on there say something about, well, maybe I'll dress up and pick you up at school or something.
That's the tiny snowflake that turns into the giant avalanche of the episode. Okay. So that comment is 100% going to kickstart a bunch
viral
of
everything.
Things.
Well, I gotta check it out. I think it's on something.
It's on Max. Is South Park on Max or South Park
Max?
On?
Bob did just confirm for us that we can 100% bet on the Olympics.
Perfect. I'm betting on the bobsled. Oh, it's summer.
He's already gonna lose. If you're betting on the bobsled,
I need to wait for Winter Olympics because you know what I want to bet on. What's the sport where they ski and then they shoot the gun, and then they ski and then they shoot a fucking gun?
I believe that's the biathlon.
The fucking the Sylvester Stallone-a-thon? Okay, cool. I want to fucking watch the Bruce Willis fucking...
It's like training James Bond villains. They're going to track him down on skis and snipe him.
It's insanity. And it's one of those sports where I'm like, who the fuck... Who said... Because the Olympics were created supposedly by the Greeks. That's who made 99% of the shit in the world. At what point through the evolution from the Greek Olympics to today did somebody go, and it was probably some Swedish guy who was just like, you know what we do? We get on the skis, and then we go down, bang, bang. And then we go a little more, bang, bang. I don't know why my Swedish guy sounds French.
I love that there's an have you seen like what happens when they miss the shots?
No.
Okay. So the way it works is...
First, have we figured out what is this sport called?
It's biathlon.
Biathlon.
I'm almost certain it's called the biathlon.
Okay, continue.
Bob confirmed that as well. Also, South Park on Paramount Plus and Max. Bob's going to be our new research guy on the spot. He's moving here in 2 weeks again. Idiot. Anyway.
What rifle is used in a biathlon? An Anschutz 1827 Fortner.
Was I right? Was it the biathlon?
It is a biathlon. Apparently, it's a very specific... It's a pull-action gun with a 2-stage trigger. So it's a very specific old-timey... It's not okay. So it's not like bow, 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 bow.
They're not out there with AKs and shit.
It's essentially a crossbow that shoots a bullet.
Well, okay. Anyway, there's a little lap, like a little tiny circle oval right behind where they shoot, and however many times they miss, they're going around that little oval for time, and then they can get back on the track. It's like they're in the pits and they have to do laps in there for missing shots. But yes, I'm wild. I mean, you talk about when things evolve. Let's talk about the luge. Okay, we got a guy flying down on a little sled, and then we've got the skeleton. Like that guy said, fuck it, let's go head first instead. And then eventually the evolution is, hey, let's stack 2 dudes on top of each other, laying down in these suits and go down on a sled. Have you seen the 2-man luge?
Oh, yeah, the 2-man luge.
Still bothers me that's... I don't know why. It just seems like there's a better way you could have done that, and it's just lazy.
So are you aware that there's a moose biathlon?
What, they shoot moose?
Hold on.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting research on the spots.
So
on the spot.
The Moose Biathlon, and this is from Wikipedia here. Hold on.
Moose Biathlon.
The Moose Biathlon in Finnish Hivren Hito. Hivren Hito?
Emperor Hirohito?
There we go. Is a winter sport variation of the biathlon. No, it's a Finnish word. Hivrenhito. Hivren. Like Hivrenhito. So it's a winter sport variation of the biathlon, which combines cross-country skiing, range estimation of paper targets resembling moose. Okay, they don't actually shoot just moose on the hill. They're shooting paper moose. Okay. Today's competitions are held in Finland and Sweden with a goal of becoming a Nordic discipline. There are over 10,000 competitors in Sweden and Finland, with over 600 competitors participating in a yearly Finnish championship.
I'm watching our stream a little bit behind because that's the way internet works and stuff. I'm more concerned with all these tabs you have open on your computer. Let's talk about D&D Beyond, Roll20. The hell is all this stuff?
You ever played D&D?
I mean, I guess
it's digital D&D.
Digital D&D.
Instead of having to like have all the books and the dice and all of that stuff, it's just that on a website. One website is like one page. I'll put like 2 pages up, like on 2 different screens. Yep. One's like your character sheet, and it's digital, so like it controls your hit points and all your stuff, your upgrades, and then I'll have the other screen as the map, and then there's like a rolling thing. Yeah, it's just digital Dungeons and Dragons that I haven't actually played in like 3 years.
You know what I've played?
What?
It's been 2 or 3 years since I ventured into one, but I have the newest WWE 2K. And I will agree with the reviews that it might be the best wrestling game ever made.
So
they worked out every irritating quirk I had. And I also have watched a lot of guys online who have figured out how to run universe mode. And now it's like my own ant farm where I've got shows and rivalries developing. I can jump in and out when I want and manipulate the universe. But they improved the tag matches so much to me. And like the game it just flows like a wrestling match, and it's a lot of fun.
So with those games, I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, I'll just say my favorite thing first. GM mode, universe mode. Yeah. I love the idea. I get a little bored with match after match after match after match after match after match. Sometimes I love just the simulation of what's going to happen if I have this roster of people run some shows, simulate all the matches. I'm not going to play any of the shit, but just see how my roster is stacked. It's almost like fantasy football for pro wrestling. It's
that's
really
like how my
fun.
Universe mode runs now. I downloaded all the current titles from these people have created some of the most amazing things and arenas. I've got all the old ECW pay-per-view arenas. I'm going to create a universe that's just ECW running as well, old ECW. But what's great is like I set up the pay-per-view that there was going to be hardcore. I mean, you can just set up whatever matches you want and then watch it develop. And then I'll jump in the pay-per-view and maybe manipulate where I want the title to go. And sometimes I lose and I get pissed. I'm like, screw it. We're going to set this up as a 2-month rivalry. And then you watch it develop as a rivalry. The other day, Noam Dar pissed me off. So I basically had it where the winner of the match would hurt the other one for 12 weeks. And Noam Dar was hurt for 12 weeks. And they carried him out. And they really set it up well.
So what I don't like, and the thing that keeps me from really getting into some of these games.
Let's see if they changed it.
The yearly choices they make. I know they didn't with this one, because this one specifically I don't like. The yearly choices with what I'm gonna call the historical story modes. There's the story mode I know right now where you pick a male or a female and you live like in the world. I'm not talking about that. That's fine.
You're talking about the showcase mode.
Showcase mode. But they changed that, like this year it's like 40 years of WrestleMania, so it's a bunch of WrestleMania matches. I feel like they do that all the time.
No, I don't know. There's something about it where it cuts in and out with the video,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But like it starts with Steamboat and Macho Man.
I like what they did with Cena last year.
Yeah.
Where I think it was like you got to go back, and it was specifically the matches he lost.
I'm almost up to the Firefly Funhouse. Right now I'm on Charlotte, Ronda, and Becky.
Okay.
The next is how I unlock all of the Brays and the Fiend and the NWO Cena and the Muscle Man guys.
How are you going to live that? Well, there's a couple wrestling move moments where I guess that it'll be cutscenes, and then you'll probably do a couple of moves.
I'm very curious to see how they play the cinematic ones out.
Scene.
Yeah.
And then I know, like, they did one year that was a bunch of WrestleManias, because I remember specifically it was you got to redo Daniel Bryan, which was like
Gotcha.
just a few years ago. So that's why I think the WrestleMania thing, like this year, might be great. But
This
like
might be my
those come
favorite
out and I'm
leg-
just like, eh.
This might be my favorite Legends, and Legends with managers, and seeing Heenan come down with Andre and Miss
I take it
Elizabeth
Mania
with
3.
different versions of the Macho Man. Yeah, that's who you unlock. You can unlock the white suit Bobby Heenan as well.
So wait, is
the Hart Foundation with Jimmy Hart.
so it does 2 matches for Mania 3, because it does
Yes.
Steamboat Savage, and then it does.
They talk about how later
Hogan
that
Andre.
night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They do multiple from a couple of them. There was another one, the night of Shawn and Taker. I'm trying to think of who that one was.
The AEW game's gonna have a hard time doing that.
They had like Eddie and Kurt. Eddie and Kurt was an awesome one on there. Shawn and Taker. They just got. I feel like the Legends. They've really nailed our generation of Legends. Plus some a little bit before Harley Race, Bruno Sammartino, blah blah blah. But
Well,
I've got Ravishing Rick Rude now. I've got being let out by Bobby Heenan.
well, because they're in
Jake
this
the
weird
Snake.
show-off phase. WWE is in this like, look at our dick, kind of
They've
moment.
got so that roster is massive on that game.
Like they have everybody. They have access to all of the legends.
Yep.
They have this weird moment going on where everybody, like, we all kind of don't care about the Vince years right now. We're all just kind of like forgetting. We're giving them a pass, I feel like, in a good way, because the shit's so fire right now.
Oh yeah.
If you ask me, WWE is the better all over product. I'm not trying to sound like Mike hates AEW, but
WWE has the better storylines. I don't know what's going on. I watch AEW again for the matches. Like, we're gonna get. I mean, just some of the matches are so silly. The other night it was Will Ospreay. I mean, who is it this coming week that they just announced?
But that's
that blew
the
my
thing
mind?
is they give you a good match, but the moments in between, like, you can only
need
have
moments in
so many dream matches.
Oh yeah.
You
No,
can
I'm
only
good with
give
my,
me
I'm
so
good with
many.
watching my dream matches over here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Phoenix and Ospreay next week. See, that's something for me. Okay, I know you don't care, but the way I loved Lucha Underground and watched all the Mexican shit
I
when
love
I came.
Lucha Underground. What are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
But would you ever have thought you'd get to see Phoenix and Ospreay? No,
No.
that's going to be fun.
No.
Both of those guys, every time they wrestle, do something that I say I've never fucking seen that before. But, so, it is what it is. And now, we're not going to get to talk about wrestling anymore. You want to tell everybody about that? Bruv. Oi. He's going to have multiple titles. They're getting ready to do Forbidden Door, so I'm having fun seeing all the new people come in. I just wish the girl wouldn't be giving her title up to Mercedes Moné. Stephanie Van Cour.
One is sports in the chat, Robert. One is sports entertainment, and the other is pro wrestling. Two different things.
Nope, WWE, Bob. Quit talking. WWE is not sports entertainment anymore. They don't say it.
I disagree that they're two different things.
He hasn't been watching lately. I've been trying to tell him.
They're presenting two different products, but that's not on purpose.
Bob, you have to catch up from WrestleMania, and then you can jump in on that one.
You can't tell me that AEW is about the good matches when they have so much time dedicated to the Young Bucks EVP storyline. Literally so much time dedicated to the House of Black and Edge storyline before he got hurt. Like, they do just as much storyline. They just don't do it well.
They do great matches. That's what I care about right now. But the storylines aren't there's much talking.
10. Let's say they have 10 matches on a card. Let's just say there's 10 AEW matches. How many are going to be great matches?
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
the one Ospreay's on. I'll give you that. Guy's great.
It depends who's. I mean, like I tell you what, like give me Jay White, give me Omega. I mean, a lot of people are there who I'm sorry you can't consider the top 10 wrestlers without at least 5 of them being over there right now.
I'll give you
at least Okada, Bryan Danielson, and Ospreay.
I have an Okada dollar right here on the wall. I love Kazuchika Okada. I wanted nothing more for him to come over to America and do something great. This is not the Kazuchika Okada we got. No. I'll give you Osprey.
You don't think all this?
I'll
You don't
give
think
you
all this
Omega.
bullshit is for him to eventually become a superstar when he turns on them?
He is becoming a funny character, but the shit he did,
I dropped something.
the shit he did in that arena match, and like
weren't
the
supposed to
way
talk
he
about wrestling.
wrestles. Well, we'll do it today. And the way he wrestles is not the way he wrestled in New Japan. This is not the Kazuchika Okada from Japan.
There definitely is a build
You
difference. I don't want to go into that too
can't-
much and shame a guy who's that big. But,
I'm not trying to body shame somebody, but he is not working. He's not working out the way
How
he
is-
used to.
How is every one of my bottles corks breaking?
Which bottle's that?
This is the Johnny Drum.
What?
One of those
What's the
stupid
other one that just did that?
That was okay. See, that one had an excuse too. That was an old bottle of Glenlivet with a true, real cork in it. So those can fall apart. This is your new synthetic. You still feel like a pirate right now.
Make corks real again.
What's that?
Make corks real again.
Make corks real again.
We should put that on a hat. That'd be a good hat. That's
We
a
need to start
hint.
jotting down,
That's
we need
the
to start
hint.
jotting down some merch ideas, future things. could
Yeah,
be
that's all
coming.
we're telling you. All we're telling people right now. We're gonna slowly hint at things, but we're not gonna say shit until we have shit to say. But
Yeah,
that'd be a good hat. Make
That would
corks
be a
real
good hat.
again.
get me.
I'd vote for that. Get you. What am I supposed to? I'm not in the same room. Who's to get you?
I'm gonna have a thimble full.
All right, shot time. I
Just
didn't
a
get a
thimble
shot
full.
glass. I got
Just a thimble
a
full.
regular glass, but pour just a shot instead of
Okay.
regular glass. So you're doing Johnny Drum 101.
Johnny Drum 101.
You want to guess my whiskey?
I could. Are you doing it from the dead decanter?
No.
The dead canter?
No, I got the bottle right here. No.
No. Give me a hint you think I would not take too long and bore these people with.
Probably top 5 things you probably guess I'd have a bottle of.
Is it a rye?
No, it's 100 proof.
Mellow corn.
No.
That's a good guess though for me.
Evan
Evan Williams white label.
Nope. It's not a direct person's name, but it's kind of a person's name. It's 100 proof.
Show me.
You can make it 4 letters.
You can make it 4 letters. No, wait, what?
Can you tell just by that part of the bottle?
Ancient. No. What is it? No. Still no. I really can't. I have no idea. Oh God.
Oh, Granddad Bonded, baby.
Why did
OGBB.
Why didn't you say something like wasn't that our Manhattans? No, that was
No.
Old Grant. We used Old Crow
Old
and our
Forester. No.
Old Forester.
Old Forester was-
was the boss man.
Old Forester
Old
signature
Forester
was
was-
in Old Forester signature was in the high end Manhattan.
Yeah.
And then in the regular Manhattan though,
I feel like it was Jim Beam.
it's Old
I
Crow.
feel like our regular Manhattan was Jim Beam.
The mule was Old Crow.
The mule. No, the
At first it was Old
Fashioned-
Crow. When I first started, it was Old Crow.
The old fashioned was Old Crow.
So was the mule. Then.
We didn't do a lot of bourbon mules. But anyway,
But
let's
when
do
we
this
did-
shot.
Zoop. All right. That's probably a big shot. But okay. All right. This
All
is
right.
my Roaming Man Tennessee rye whiskey glass I got from Tennessee.
Oh,
I talked
nice.
about this. Sugarland Distilling, the moonshine place, make a rye whiskey.
Is it moonshine?
It's what's moonshine now.
I'm
AEW
sorry.
is what,
Moonshine to me still isn't a
AEW
milk
is what we have to
jug.
call wrestling. So that's what we have to
What's
call
that?
moonshine.
Well,
We have
no,
to call
listen
AEW
here.
wrestling.
No, well, listen here. Moonshine is in a jug, made by someone. It's not labeled correctly. Your friend has brought it from his family in West Virginia. You've
Yeah.
never met, and usually that apple pie stuff.
But we're not going to. That world is very quickly going away, unfortunately.
That's a
And
shame.
The
'cause I
moonshine
would-
that people are going to know and grow up with is the stuff from Gatlinburg. Cheers.
Yeah, that's a shame. Cheers.
Gotta live with it.
Ooh.
These kids don't know how good we had it. Remember when the dudes that used to work on the train would bring us the peppermint? Were you ever here for that? When we worked at the bar together, there were a bunch of guys that worked on the train that used to bring us peppermint moonshine.
Yeah.
And they would bring it to the bar and drop it off, and they'd give us like a 3/4 of a jar, and that shit was insanity.
Go up the stairs and
drink 3 big
they worked for those guys made a lot of money working for the railroad.
Yeah, they tipped us a lot of money. A lot of money every time they came in. I knew when they walked in the door, I knew it was like, okay, there's my, like, I could relax on everybody else.
They almost made me want to work on the railroad until I learned how often and how long they are gone from home.
They were home like 2 days a month.
Yeah, they were not. They were gone a lot more than they were home. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't want to miss out on this single life.
You got all those scarves to look forward to.
I do.
You got a wonderful arrangement. You have a plethora.
I'm gonna start the game, I think, next week or soon. Eventually, there's gonna be a change of podcast area, but I think we'll start a game where I replace one scarf. I've got 40-something we can go through, so every now and then I will pull a scarf and put a new one up and see if you can figure out which scarf has changed.
Neck needs a name. Scarf time. Scarf. Nothing rhymes with scarf but barf. That's what sucks. I can't be like scarf barf.
What was
scarf
the
barf?
Was He-Man Snarf? No, that was Thundercats. Snarf.
Scarf on a snarf. Neck.
Oh my god, this is the worst show ever.
Brendan's neck.
What's the new plan?
Brendan's neck. That's what it's going to be.
What's the new plan for gaming?
So what we're going to be doing now is kind of stopping. We're going to stop this when it's time. We'll take about 5 minutes, and we'll kick the same thing back up in a video game stream. Yeah. No, it's really not more complicated than that. I felt like I had to give a bigger explanation, but then I was like, yeah, that's what's happening.
Sorry about that Spectrum internet, Dad. You should get Alta Fiber that I just got.
Home internet smells. Spectrum blows. I should not just read.
Don't read the chat straight out. Go, we just lost our Spectrum sponsorship.
Spectrum. What are they going to do? Cut the show off or something? Like, we'll show those two dorks on the internet. Hold on, clip.
If you were funny, you would have yanked the cord on the whole show just then.
If I was funny, I would yank a cord out of my wall. Yeah, look at that. There's monitors and TVs.
There would have been no better way to go off the air than, what if Spectrum, they can kiss my... And then everything goes dead.
So now if I do it, it's not funny.
No, it's not funny. Don't do that now, because we got to still explain what's going on. Are we still on this channel?
I already explained it. Yeah, it's gonna be the same place on YouTube.
I don't even know what's going on.
It's gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna stop this stream and we're gonna start another stream. That's gonna be the way we're gonna start doing the video game, the video gaming,
the competition portion of Mike and I having mature competition.
Mature, great word. So I guess that's a good segue to get the next piece going. Unless you have something else you want to talk about.
We got hockey coming this weekend. That's going to be game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. We got basketball going on tonight. And I am very excited to start. I know you don't care about it anymore, but for me, I'm very excited to start The Acolyte. That's going to be awesome.
No care. I couldn't give a shit less about Star Wars.
100 years before the Phantom Menace. We're getting into the old Knights of the Old Republic times. They're going to do some Knights of the Old Republic stuff. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
but what are we going to play tonight?
I think we'll play some UFC. Probably have to play 4.
I wanted you to play hockey with me.
We'll see. We'll play baseball.
You know how long that takes?
Yeah, but baseball's my hockey. As bad as I was at hockey, you were at baseball. So.
No, I wasn't. I jacked one out of the park.
Jacked one out of the park. Good job.
The game, we only made it 2 innings. It took 45 minutes. We can definitely do baseball. Set up a 3-inning fucking game. We'll do hockey, too. We could do the playoffs from this weekend. We could each take a team from the Stanley Cup playoff finals.
feel like we're gonna have
One
to
of us could
compete
take
here in a
Edmonton.
moment.
One of us could take
I
Panthers.
think first we need to get some aggression out on some UFC because now I
yeah,
feel like
no, I'll punch
I
you
feel
in
like
the
I feel
face.
like the competition's a little running high. So I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here and get on the video game stream and fight. So once again, make sure you follow, like, subscribe wherever you listen to whatever this is, wherever it happens.
Stay tuned.
YouTube.com/@gettingworked. Yeah, there's stuff coming. We're gonna be making
Work.
some cool changes.
Instagram.
I'm Mike,
Mike.
at that dude named Mike. He's Brendan at that dude named Brendan. Follow me, follow him, follow us.
Just not in public. That's creepy.
No, I don't.
I mean, maybe.
Good luck.
Follow.
Good luck finding me in public.
I'll open my window.
Give it a fucking try. Ain't gonna fucking be there. I don't go anywhere anymore. Buy a house in like 2 bars. So we're fucking good.
Feels like it would be easier to find you if you only stay in one place. You need to start moving more.
Nobody knows where I am. I moved out in the woods.
So if you're familiar with the city of Alexandria,
Don't do that.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
do that. Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
kidding. Where are you? You live in where should I make up that you live?
Ooh, Manhasset, New York.
No, I don't like that. You look like a Boise, Idaho kind of guy to me. No,
Boise. Don't say I look like a Boise.
you look like you might be from Salt Lake. Are you a Mormon? I don't know.
You look like a potato shucking Mormon over there, Mr. Boise,
shucks
Idaho.
potatoes?
What do they do? They pluck them? What do they do? How do you?
And now I'm just picturing somebody shucking a potato like an oyster.
Jerk? Do you jerk a tater? Tater jerk? We'll see you guys.
Not in 40 states.